first and last name, the correct spelling, and then your title. And then you can just look at me.
Okay. Diney Reeser, DINNIEREESOR, and I'm the assistant branch manager.
Okay. And so like I said, just talking about holiday debt, do you know usually what causes people to get in this debt around this time of the year?
Personally, for around this time of year, my opinion would be is that they tend to overbuy for their loved ones because it's more of the monetary value of what they're giving someone instead of actually the meaning of Christmas. That's my personal opinion.
Right, and so when they do this is pretty much putting them in debt, especially for those who may not be able to afford certain things, and they feel that, okay, let me go ahead and purchase,
Yeah, so they're putting it on credit cards, which have extremely high interest rates, and then when the next month comes around and they've maxed out all these 2 and 3 credit cards, they have all these payments that come due around the same time, and those interest rates add up, and then they just can't afford to pay them.
Right, and so how can people overcome this?
Well, here at First Franklin Financial, we really try to do what we consider like a debt consolidation. What we do is we look over the credit reports, and we just kind of ask them basic general questions as to accounts that they have open, and we look at it to see what best suits for them. So we'll look at that debt and we'll try to combine it on one note for them, so it saves them interest with all these individual payments, and then it also saves them from paying multiple payments. So for example, one person alone, we save them $1,100 a month by combining their debt into one note.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so do you have any tips or advice to give people on what to do better for this year to help them even stay away from that debt that they may?
I would definitely say don't overspend where you can, cut where you can. Come see us and let us consolidate your debt, because that is going to definitely help them. Like I said, that gets their monthly bottom line down to a more affordable note, because people will think, oh, my minimum payment's only $25, but if you're paying a minimum payment of $25 on 10 to 15 cards, that's a lot of money. And a lot of people can't live that way anymore. The economy is not where it used to be at. The cost of living is a lot higher. And so whenever they have all of these little individual $25 and $35 payments, those add up, and it literally makes people feel like they're drowning and they can't breathe. So my one recommendation would be is spend less if you can. Don't overly don't think monetary value on gifts. Give from the heart, and then come see us and let us try to consolidate your debt so that we can try to help you move forward in the new year.
And then any advice for those who are not in debt at all yet, but if they plan on buying these big gifts or just spend so much money?
I mean, don't spend the money if you don't have it. If you're having to put it on credit cards because you don't have it now, you're most likely not going to have it next month either. So try not to put so much on credit cards and taking out unnecessary loans that you do not need.
And then I don't know if you know any of the statistical side of it when it comes to maybe the amount of people who spent money last year versus this year. Do you think maybe this year would be better?
Statistically, they're about 27% higher than they were at this time last year, and that is because people are charging them on their credit cards and then only making the minimum payments. So that interest rate just keeps growing and growing and growing, so they're never going to get that paid off. So that is why I feel that the statistics are changed from last year to this year.